Hi guys, this is Ace. I'm back with the custom review. This time it's going to be the Dark of the Moon DMK02 Bumble Bee. Now I have changed the color scheme around quite a bit, so in my opinion this guy actually looks like a girl now. I believe he is more in tune with Arcee rather than any other one else. And I've done a little bit. I haven't gone into as much detail or as much care as I'd like to, but I think this guy's looks pretty good the way it's come out right now. Basically, what I've done is I've gone and painted the entire inner skeleton black. And as you can see, my hands are splattered with black. It's because the spray can that I was using just kind of went haywire. Luckily, it didn't do too much damage to the actual inner skeleton itself. But basically, the entire inner skeleton I have done in black. And then I've gone in and done a whole bunch of other detail work. The main colors where it was yellow, I have now gone and used. It's a weird color. Let me show you. Basically, for the entire inner skeleton, I've gone with the satin black, and I do need to change this can because, as you can see, it is really bad. So that's the inner skeleton. Then for the actual armor parts, instead of yellow, I've used raspberry, which is actually pretty cool, you know? I mean, if you do a little bit, one shade or two shades, then it's going to come out quite light, like a pinkish color. But if you do two shades of it, then you can actually get a very, very nice dark purple. I don't know how well it's going to pick it up over here, but as you can see, it's a very nice shade. Very, very nice. I'm very happy with the way this thing has turned out. And then I've just gone and done a few of the gray pieces, like for example, the hands in smoke gray, just to get a little bit of a difference. Now, for the inner skeleton itself, you can see I've used a lot of different colors. Well, honestly speaking, no, I've used a couple. For all the silver parts that you can see everywhere, I have used Tamiya colors, chrome silver. Beautiful, beautiful color. I love this one. I've also gone in and done a few highlights of gold as a little bit of a difference. And for this one, I've used Tamiya's titanium gold. And then, I started doing this a little bit, and I think I might just go in and do some more. But you can see there's a little bit of blue and there's a little bit of red. What I basically did was I did the silver parts, and then I went over them with clear blue and clear red. So this, creates a very, very nice effect, and it's much better than the actual colors themselves. Otherwise, that's about it. I haven't really used that much more color. The only other things I may have done, gone in, done a little bit of highlights and panel lining, and the typical Gundam marker for that one, and the Real Touch black marker. Not too much more. But in terms of the detail itself, I think this thing has come out looking really nice. Just the contrast between the silver and the gold really pops it out, and the good thing is that you've used black in the background. So overall, the final effect is fantastic. And what I did was I have gone and glued a lot of parts together. So for example, these pieces over here, this piece over here, there's a couple of pieces that are on the back side over there. What else? These little gray pieces that are going to go into the side of the waist, these are the worst, and these are going to break off very easily. Now, the main reason I've got the chest plate on here is because there are two little tiny pegs that stick this piece onto the chest itself. And unfortunately, one of them is broken while I was trying to take it off to do this review. So I decided to just leave that on there. Otherwise, I mean, in the end, it looks really good. I like how you can go over the outlines with the silver or the gold or whatever color you choose, and it really, really picks out the details a lot. One last thing as well, I've gone in with the metallic green to give him the eyes. I thought it pops out a lot more than the blue that came out with the thing. There are clear pieces that go in the backside of the mask, but and with blue, little shades of blue that come out, but they didn't come out as well once I painted it black. So I just went in there with a metallic Gundam green marker and just brought out the eyes. So that's pretty much it for the painting part. Now let me quickly go ahead and put all the armor pieces on. Back in a minute. Okay, I also wanted to do a few size comparisons for this guy because he is a weird height. He's not a normal deluxe size, he's not a Voyager size, and and on the box it did say it's 1 to 35 scale, so it should be fairly accurate. But just to start off with, here we go. Here is Dark of the Moon DMK02 Bumblebee next to the Reborn's Gundam or the 1.5 Gundam. Now, height-wise, they are very, very much the same. There's only literally a little bit of a difference. This guy is just a little bit higher, about maybe you could say about a centimeter. That's about it. Otherwise, if you look at the doors for Bumblebee and look at the backpack for the 1.5 Gundam, this guy wins out again by maybe just about a centimeter. So these guys are very, very close. So I would probably assume that in terms of Gundam sizes, he's a 1 to 1/44th scale rather than anything else. But that's about it. To go with Bumblebee himself, here he is next to the 2007 live-action movie Bumblebee, the new Corvette version. It's very, very much the same, only this time the model kit is about a centimeter higher than this guy. So it is very, very close to a deluxe size. But now if we compare him next to one of the Dark of the Moon figures, here he is next to Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Roadbuster, you can see that he is taller than the Dark of the Moon Deluxe classes. So, it's a pretty decent size. It's not exactly a very tiny size. And he is bigger than the normal deluxe class figures that we were getting this time. But if you look at it, he is smaller than the deluxe class figures we were getting a couple of years ago. So, but he's more expensive. I don't know. This is another one of my rants. I really don't like it because the figures we're getting now for the Transformers lines are more expensive than what they were before, but they're smaller in size and cheaper in quality. And here we have Miss Arcee in all her glory. And, now that I think about it, after all the painting and everything has been done, I really, really doubt I'm going to be playing with this one or moving much around. I mean, once I put this guy on the shelf, that's about it. I'm not going to be touching him, moving him, or anything. He is just too fragile. Even with me gluing on the inner skeleton pieces together, the problem is there's so many armor parts that you just cannot glue on, otherwise you lose functionality. For example, over here, the shoulder pieces, at the back, the door pieces, the bottom ones, these pop off. The back skirts over here, these things are going to pop off because the small little piece that holds them together is just too tiny and too fragile, and they just keep coming off. So I've spent more time fixing this kit than I've actually done building it, which is it's not right in my opinion. I really don't know if I'm going to buy too many more of these kits unless they really fix up their quality issues here. Otherwise, once all said and done, it's a great looking kit. I mean, this kit really, really does look good. Just sitting on the shelf with all the details and all the parts, it looks fantastic. And that's exactly how it's going to stay on my shelf. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed the review. Please do rate, comment, let me know what you think of the video, and of course please do subscribe. This is Ace. I will see you guys at the next video.